Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Joy is Real. It is 8:01 a.m. here in hot ass Las Vegas. Yes, it is. So that means it's 11:01 a.m. over there on the East Coast. Good morning, Atlanta, Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, New York, New Jersey, and whomever else we have on that side of town. All right. So that means it's 10:02 a.m. The clock just changed over. 10:02 a.m. in my hometown of St. Louis, Missouri. Good morning, family. Good morning, and good morning. Listen. It's been quiet. It's been quiet. I said, well, let's put a live together and open the panel up and see what we can do. It's been a little quiet, okay? And Joy is just trying to figure things out and this and that. And we just gonna grow from there. All right. So good morning to you beautiful people that have already come in the room. Glad to see all of you. You look amazing. Yes, you do. Now, unfortunately, I will not be on camera this morning, y'all. I told y'all these lives take a lot out of content creators. So I tip my hat off to the ones who can do this daily and keep it on a pushing, baby, because Joy gets woke out. I did a live yesterday morning. I did some vlogging. We had our first giveaway, and I was so proud of that. That went without a hitch. I got the winner's gift shipped off with no problem. They should be receiving it on Friday, I'm thinking. So if Miss Karen Young is with us, your sneakers are on the way. Okay, so let me formally greet everybody that has already joined us. All right, good morning, you all.
I say good morning to you. Morning, morning, good morning. I say good morning to you. Morning, morning, good morning. I say good morning to you.
All right. So let's see who we may have already in the building. Snooky, good morning, Snooky. Glad to see you. Southern Girl says good morning, Southern Girl. And we have Deb. Good morning, Deb. Glad to see you. So, ladies, listen, I am opening up my platform to you guys this morning to have a open discussion, okay? Because Miss Numbnut seems to really not understand the seriousness of her dad's charges, convictions, allegations, whatever you want to call them. What I can tell you is I've seen the actual court documents. He definitely has convictions for these particular things. I've seen the original charges and what he pled to and all that good stuff. And I just don't think it's safe, in my opinion, for Miss Numnut to have them babies around Walter Nasty. But I would like to know what some of you think. So I'm going to open up the panel. So if anybody wants to come up, all they have to say is drop the link. I will drop the link. If you want to come up, I ask that you turn your camera on in the back so I can just know that you are a human. You don't have to have your camera on for sure. I don't know everyone. So that's the way that we are going to do it, and we will go from there. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think that because Walter's situations happened about 30 years ago, that now it is safe for him to be around children? Michelle Spikes, she says, good morning. Good morning, Miss Michelle. I'm glad to see you. Glad to see you for sure. But that it's definitely been on my mind when, since she dropped that cartoon on Father's Day, all I kept saying is, she still got them kids around that man. I just don't get it, y'all. I just don't get it. I understand that is her father, but let me tell you something. It don't matter. Your daddy is nasty, and the court has proved it. The court has proved it. And the court has proved that, his grounds of his casing grounds, his prowling grounds is those that he is very close to, and it's just weird. It's weird. I hope she has talked with her children, and even if she has talked with her children, I still wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? They could still tell me, well, no, granddad ain't, whatever. I would still say, well, okay, that's good, but we gonna see granddaddy from a distance. You stay across the street, and we gonna stay on this side of the street just to make sure that everything is copacetic around here. All right. Mother Love says, hey, everybody. Hey, Mother Love. Glad to see you, baby. Southern Girl says, no, absolutely. Mother Love says, no, absolutely. Deborah Head says, good morning. Good morning, Miss Deborah. Deb, he says, he wouldn't have my kids for real, for real. He sure wouldn't have mine either. Baby, let me tell you something. All I could think about was them babies all night long. When I prayed for them babies. I prayed for them babies because that girl is playing with fire. Playing with fire. She got children of all sizes, shapes, genders, ages, all that. I mean, come on now. Come on. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? All right. Michelle Spike says her crew co-signed it. I know. I heard it. I heard Miss Amora from her gaming chair talking about he loved them kids. So what? So what? So what? That doesn't negate his criminal history. It doesn't take that away. His criminal history shows that he will do some things that's not copacetic, that the courts deem it's a crime against nature. Whatever he did, oh Lord, please let the courts get back with me about the details of this case. It's been about a month. It's been about a month. Close proximity. He pulls from. We don't know who that was. We don't know. It could have been one of his children. It could have been one of his nieces, nephews. It could have been a cousin. It could have been, it was somebody related for sure. Somebody related for sure. Why is she taking that chance? Have mercy and have mercy. All right. It's cool to do. It's not cool. It's crazy. And Amora is supposed to be a mature woman. And the more I have listened to her, I've caught a few lives now. I actually have caught the last two. And yeah, she's missing some seasoning for sure. All right, Snooky. Numbnut doesn't care about nobody but herself. She really could care less. That's a shame. So that means your children are up for grabs. That's what that means. Your children are up for grabs because you could care less. There is no way I would put my kids in that kind of danger. Not at all. It is crazy and insane, okay? She always she always do is play with fire. Southern girl, I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't know what's wrong with her. There are a group of people that are attracted to chaos. They thrive in it. And she just seems to be one of those types, to immediately come into your like teenage years already kicking, screaming, and possibly prior to then, because I've heard some things about that she left home with mom and then went to dad. I'm not sure what age that particular transition happened, and then she had babies early, and so there's been some things that has transitioned with Numbnut for sure. I just don't. I just wish she would really think about them babies a little further. Seriously, like this ain't even funny. This behavior is not even funny. This is very, very serious. Very serious. I mean, I read an article this morning while, kind of researching the topic from the CDC. And it was like overwhelming with statistics about the percentages of this particular act happening with children. Ugh, this is crazy. Michelle Spike says, I agree with you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that most mothers would agree. Most mothers would not willingly have their children around someone with a history of child SA. No mother in their right mind. So we know that Numbnut couldn't be in her right mind because she's trying to justify her justify his position in her life for having these children around this man. And it doesn't justify. Actually, you should be more fearful, numbnut. You should be more fearful because you know this man personally. You've been around this man. You should be more fearful, not a stranger, because 90% of folks who commit these acts, they're of close proximity to the victim. 90%, 90%. If anybody knows, 90% on a test is an A. 90%, you guys. She is crazy and insane. Mother Love says, that may be why he always there for her when she called. Baby, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This man, I believe, has like 9 children, including like stepchildren, I believe. I don't know how many biological per se, but he has other children other than Numbnut. He has other children. He doesn't, or for what I've seen, he doesn't post about any other children or any other grandchildren for real. I may have seen a few here or there, but not many. You know, pretty much his connection with being a father, it displayed publicly, is about Numbnut. And I don't know if that's by design or not, but that does say a lot. But he does come a running quite often, which I'm a grandparent, but I'm a woman grandparent. When my daughter, and I only have one grandchild, and I've been waiting on grandbabies for a long time and praying for them. So when my daughter calls me about my granddaughter, yes, I'm there with no problem. Actually, I moved my whole family from St. Louis, Missouri to Las Vegas on a dream of my grandbaby's existence. On a dream. The child wasn't even thought of, but I knew she was coming. So I understand about being a grandparent for sure and wanting to be there for your grandchildren. But this is a man, and we all know men, you know, usually operate a little different with children. You know, they don't move like women. You know, we do understand that Numbnut doesn't have a mama. Okay. But still, this is a man. And he moving quite weird. Quite weird. All right. Kimberly says, he did it. What? See, that's what I'm trying to find out. Okay. I'm going to get that off the screen because I don't know. That's alleged. I ain't even read it. But that's Kimberly. Kimberly. That's what I felt. That's what I felt, Kimberly. That's what I felt in my spirit, Kimberly. But I need details. I need the actual facts before, you know, I can't just say. But I felt it in my spirit. That is somebody like right there. That's craziness. All right? It's no joke. No, it's no joke. This is not funny, Numbnut. This is not funny. You have 3 girl children now. 3 girl children now. I'm telling you. Excuse me. If anything were to happen to them girls, the results of that don't look very good. I'm telling you from experience. It don't look very good. You don't want your daughters out here buck wild crazy. You don't want that. And that's usually what happens, that the victim becomes buck wild crazy when it comes to sexual experiences. Oh, have mercy and have mercy. Superfly, good morning, Superfly. He says, good morning, Joy in chat. Good morning. I hope you had a great weekend. Did you get your Ferraris? Baby, I was going to go and try and get some footage at the mall Saturday. And then I changed my mind once I went outside and seen how hot it was. Like, not seen, because you can't see heat, or maybe you can't see heat, but felt how hot it was. Baby, by 10 in the morning, it was so hot Saturday here in Vegas. I said, oh no, no, we not, no, 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 no. We turning right on back around here. Good morning, Dr. Quantum. I'm glad to see ya. Miss Rhonda says, hello, chat. St. Louis here for the first time. Good morning, Rhonda. I'm from St. Louis, Miss Rhonda. I'm here in Vegas now, but I am from St. Louis. So glad to see you, family, for sure. Superfly is welcoming Rhonda. Carmen Berrien, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. She says, good morning, everyone. I love when y'all speak to each other. It just warms my heart. TMKC is here. She says, good morning, Joy in chat. Good morning, TMKC. It's always a pleasure, darling. All right. Miss Deb is welcoming Miss Rhonda. Southern Girl says, since the what divorce. I love how you spelled that, since the divorce. Boy, you really put some southern swag on that spelling. I liked how you did that, since the divorce. The baby's been around several weird men. That I've heard about that. And see, what I know now, well, which I did kind of practice this. I really didn't have men around my children. My children only know their dads and my husband. That's it. I didn't have other men intertwining with my kids because, again, I am a victim of SA. And when you are a victim of SA and have your own children, baby, you become the most overprotective parent ever. Overprotective. My kids, I didn't want my kids going nowhere. Nowhere. Nope. You got to stay right here. You got to stay right here with me because people outside, they do crazy things. You know what I'm saying? Indeed, indeed. Deb says she always called her dad honey. I heard that. What is, their connection is really weird. Actually, I thought that maybe she may have been, possibly the person on the other end of his transgressions. But then I thought to myself, thought about, just my personal experience. Like, could you possibly be around that particular person right now to this day? That's what I said to myself in my head. Could I actually do that? And I'm like, no. If I were to see that person, I probably would be going to jail. I probably would as an adult because I haven't seen that person as an adult. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. But I have always said in my mind, what if? What would I do? What would I do? But the Lord must be giving me grace by not ever allowing me, and that man to ever cross paths again. ever, 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 ever. And thank you, goodness. Thank you, goodness. All right. All right. So Snooky says she claimed she was SA, and that right there would be my reason for not trusting him. Baby, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Yes. Yes. If you're a victim, if you baby, ain't no way a person with that criminal history and you know it is of such could be around your children, could be around you. It's there's just no way. So that just tells you something there. That just tells you something there that she may not have really suffered in that manner. She may not have, because on the other end, of children experiencing this firsthand, there are children who actually fib about it too, so yeah. Brittany Tyner, good morning, Brittany. She says, hi, Joy and Chad. Good morning, Miss Tyner. I know that's right. I know that's right. Not even my pet fish. Baby, I'm telling you. I remember when we had moved in this neighborhood that I really wasn't familiar with. When me and my husband got back together as grown people, and I'll talk to y'all about that story one day too. But we had moved to this area, and every time I move somewhere, I always check the offenders list to see where they are in my area. You got to know. And those are just the ones that are registered, because it's so many that go unregistered, or give their actual updated residence. Sometimes that stuff is outdated. These folks don't be on the up and up a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? So, you can get, some information. So I check. Baby, it was one on my street. Baby, it was one on my street. When I tell you, I told every house on the street. I went up personally, every child house on my street. I made sure their parents knew where that man's house was. I made sure that the children knew where that man's house was, what he did. Baby, that man left within a year. That man got his ass up off that street within a year. Do you hear me? Because I wasn't playing. Baby, I would drive my car down the street with the kids every morning not every morning, because most mornings I took my children. But if it was some mornings they wanted to catch the bus, I'll drive my car behind them to the bus stop just to drive past his house to see if he out there watching them kids. Because what I know about they little nasty tails, they'll come out and they'll be lurking. They'll be lurking. Oh my goodness, have mercy. Baby, she better quit playing with Mr. Nasty Walter. Mr. Nasty. Superfly Kick says Mrs. Fly got him. Oh, she did. I was so tired from Friday night, I didn't even get up. The Wu-Tang concert wore you out like that? You must have had a good old time. So she got her size. Well, that's good. I ain't got no 14s yet, Superfly. This would have been a great pair to get, but I ain't got no money either. Ooh, when I tell you that nephew taking out my money, I can't wait to get monetized, y'all. I don't even know how much money you can make, when it comes to this content creation. But if it's $5 more than what I got now, it would be helpful. Because this 11-year-old nephew of mine is eating me out of house and a home. He done grew out of the clothes I bought him just last year. He only been here 1 year. So now I got to buy a whole new set of clothes. He need new sneakers because he done ran through the ones he had for this past school year. Honey, baby, I'm gonna be on the strip shaking a tail feather in a minute. All right, Rhonda says, thank you, Superfly Kicks. All right. Southern Girl is driving. All right. Love Me is here. She says, good morning, Joy and Chat. All right. Miss Brittany is leaving. All right. She has the men in her house. Yes. 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 Men in her house. Never would I have men in my house. Like her and Janelle haven't even really been together long enough for him to be coming in the house. Here they already birthed two babies, but their relationship is not long enough yet for him to even really be connecting with the kids. It's only been like what, 2 years? 2 years. This is probably right now, if the relationship was healthy. They don't even have a healthy relationship. They already had been going through this, that, and the other very quickly, as she does with all her relationships. She goes through this pattern of chaos with all her men. It's like she tests them. She takes them through this type of maze to see what they are going to take, what they're not going to take, and this, that, and the other. Janelle got her butt over there going to church, and her devil butt, instead of listening to the message, she got the camera out recording the preacher. Have mercy and have mercy. Now, if you wanted to actually have the message on tape per se, most churches provide that type of service where you can get the service on a CD, or they could possibly do some type of link probably these days, but the church usually have some type of setup for that. She in here in church recording the preacher, ain't paying no attention. How you paying attention to the message recording? You can't do that. You can't do that. You're worried about if your focus is right. Honey, baby. Deb says, have a good day, Brittany. Everybody saying, have a good day, Brittany. Right, TMKC. Right. That's crazy. All right. Superfly says she wears 14s. I don't own any. And red, her favorite color. She was up bright and early. And she was shaking me to get, I wasn't budging. Oh, yeah. You weren't getting up. That concert had the old man's just out. You was pooped like a baby. Oh, man. She should have got your pair. Maybe you couldn't buy more than one pair. Maybe you can only get your size. I'm not sure. So did she actually get them through the sneakers app, or did she go to the mall, Superfly? All right. Snooky, she says, then she has children calling her new girl. That is even crazier. Now, she wanted Mr. Hampton to adopt, the three that weren't his, So there was already, a pushing towards that movement with him. And now that Mr. Young has come in the picture, she's trying to do the same. That's insane. That's insane. And supposedly, three of them, their dad is halfway in their life. And we know Lil Mosky, Mr. Hampton is there for her. Why would she be pushing for that? Just crazy, y'all. Just crazy. Look what I came up with for when I said that I would think of moments when moments like this come up.
Delusional? Of course I'm delusional!
Yeah, that's what she is. That is what she is, y'all. All right. All right. Snooki. Okay, we did that. All right. Okay. So she hit big on the sneakers app. She hit big. I wonder what it was looking like in the mall. I bet it was crazy. I seen one clip where folks were run. I guess you can't stand in front of the stores anymore, waiting on them to open. And there was like a bunch of folks waiting, possibly in the food court area. And so when I guess the time comes when the store opens, baby, you seen a bunch of folks just rushing toward the store. And I'm like, oh, now I know they ain't got that many pairs in that store that they run into. All right. He doesn't even like or want her to. I know. Yeah, I know. I know. You know, that was very clear, very early. Very clear, very early. That's why, baby, as a mother, I would have peeped that and been like, nah, this ain't gonna happen. This ain't it. This just ain't it. I don't understand why her kids aren't her first priority. Why? Why, numbnut? You got 6 babies. 6 babies. You supposedly a woman of means. You don't go get haircuts. You don't go get hairdos. Excuse me, y'all. You got boys supposedly dressing out of Target. It's just insane. I don't get it. All right. Southern Girl says, not just, y'all know I try not to say the nicknames like that. Not just Mr. Young, but she also had, what? Who is that, Miss Southern Girl? Who is that? Who is that? Is that the other baby daddy? Is he a rapper? Who's the rapper? Lord have mercy. That one right there. She is definitely a case study. Something is definitely, maybe she doesn't have enough oxygen going to her brain. You know, that's a service that you can get. You know, they can provide that for you and help you with your brain function. She probably should look into that. I would if I were her, because I would want to make better decisions in life at the sweet age of 32. 32 is a great age. It really is, baby. That 32 is a great age. But you only can experience the full blossom of your 30s when you are making better decisions than you did when you were in your teenage years and in your 20s. But when you are operating in the same manner, it is insane. Truly insane. All right. Well, ain't nobody said they wanted to come up. Now, I didn't open my panel and ain't nobody said they wanted to come up. Ain't nobody wanted to come up here and provide their opinion about this particular topic. Are y'all shy? Are y'all shy? I thought I was going to have some help with this particular live. I need somebody to come up here and help me out. Give me their opinion. Hey, Cynical. Good morning, love bug. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Listen, oh, we got 56 folk in here. Not even one or two people want to come up here with joy and chit chat. We're the Coach Fergs and Stan Autry's TMKC. The men that we have on the other side that love to give their opinion about young women. Well, not Mr. Autry per se, but Coach Ferg, ooh, he would love this particular case study. TMKC. Coach Ferg would love this this case study here. I'm gonna have to talk to him about it, and maybe me and him can do a live together, and I can bring him up to par about this LaTrue saga. He would find this pretty interesting because Numbnut is the black woman that he always talks about. He said the ones that be out here keeping the babies away from men and stuff like that. Coach Ferg, where you at? How do we call them, TMKC? How do we get them out here? Snooky, you're very what? You're very what? Baby, I don't be knowing how to read them emojis. Snooky, what does that mean? I'm very what? They may be working. Oh, they be working. I thought Coach Ferg Stan Autry was retired. But you're right. They could be working. It is in the middle of the day. It is in the middle of the day. I'm shy for sure. You ain't gotta put yourself on the screen. You ain't gotta you ain't gotta have your camera on. You scared to just even talk? I get it though. I get it. I be over here nervous too, Miss Deb, just a sweating in every direction. So I understand. Snooky says, I'll stick to the comments. I'm going to try. You going to try to what? Try to get them? Oh, man. You're shy, Snooky. Yeah, I get it. I am too, though, y'all. I am very shy. Very, very shy. But always had aspirations of being on like TV. Like I always wanted to have like a talk show or be an actress. Although I really can't sing and dance, baby, in my mind I can sing and dance. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had those ideas float through my mind, but I am very, very shy. Very shy. Mr. Foreman, how are you, love muffin? It's been such a long time. I've been over on YouTube, Mr. Foreman. How are you, baby? He say, damn, where you been? See, I told you I'm not new. I'm just new to YouTube. I've been over, I started over there on Facebook, Mr. Foreman. Facebook gives you problems. They wanted to have Joy in a chokehold over there. They don't let you even say too much, and Joy don't even say too much, and they still, pops Joy on the hand. And I'm like, you know what? I ain't got time for Facebook. And then they don't even want to talk to you. You can email them people 2,000 times and they don't get back with you. I've been waiting on them to call me now, and they still ain't fixed my stuff. They tell me I ain't got no violations, but ain't trying to pay me. I ain't got time for it. So I brought myself over here on YouTube, and we almost monetized over here, Mr. Foreman. Come on over here to YouTube, Mr. Foreman, and give me a subscribe, okay? Help me get to this monetization. We real close, Mr. Foreman. I would love to see you more often. Bring your family too, okay? All right. Snooky says, you're good at it too, Joy. Oh, thanks so much. That means so much. It really does, y'all. It every time somebody gives me a compliment, it helps with the continuation of this, y'all. Because by me being a shy person, I was really nervous to do this kind of stuff. Like, I'm like, ain't nobody gonna find me interesting enough or what have you. Cause I'm telling you, my family say I'm irritating. Because I talk too much. I talk to everybody. I talk to everybody, y'all. I'm telling you, whenever I leave this house, I talk to everybody that cross my paths, verbally or non-verbally. If I catch your eyes, you gonna catch a smile or I'm gonna speak to you. You gonna get one or the other. That's joy. And my family say, yeah, you irritate me. But my mind is always moving. I'm always thinking of things for sure. It has its blessings and it has its lessons. Mr. Stan be doing his real estate. Oh, Coach Ferg looking for a vehicle that he'll be happy with. Oh, ooh, it's always nice to look for new cars and new houses. Like real estate is my thing. Joy used to have her real estate license in Missouri. I haven't gotten into that being here in Las Vegas because it's too hot and I would not want to be out here like that. Like I would have to figure out a whole new way how to deal with folks. But being out here in this heat, in these Vegas streets, baby, you won't survive. You won't survive at all. Anthony Foreman says, "Oh, I don't do YouTube. What Facebook do to you? Facebook put a sanction on me, and I ain't even got followers to even be fully monetized. But let me tell you what they did, Mr. Foreman. They invited me into the bonus program, and then in the same breath sanctioned me. How you gonna invite me into the program and then say that I did something wrong and I hadn't even put no dang on content out for real? They didn't even tell me what content had violated anything. I was just like, okay, what? I removed everything off my page, baby. That has not resulted in anything. Facebook just don't want to pay nobody. They paying a few people, I guess. The ones that you probably see still going live, but there are a lot of content creators that started over there that are no longer over there because Facebook tripping, and I'm one of them. I still be trying to get them a chance. I'll email them, every 30 days and let them know, hey, y'all still ain't what's going on with Joy's account over here. Joy ain't did nothing for y'all to be over here in her way. And she only got 1,500 followers over there. Why is y'all messing with the little people? Don't be messing with the little people. Let the little people, I ain't even earned not one penny on social media yet, except through, like Cash Apps. Mr. Alter gave me $10 and somebody else gave me $10 when I did my what was it? Spotlight. I did a spotlight over on Open Books channel, and I can't remember the lady's name, but a lady sent me $10 during that, and I was so grateful. So Joy has made a whopping $20 in her social media journey. So it's been 2.5 years, $20. Woo wee! But honey, I am close over here on Facebook, and we're gonna see what it do. I hope it's very beneficial. I have seen social media change lives. I have for sure. I have seen social media change lives, and then they don't do right with it, and they go right back to the life they had before. Joy not. Joy not trying to be that. Joy actually is learning from those that came before her. Which already Joy knows at this age to do something with anything extra for sure. Thank you, Mr. Foreman. He says, congratulations. Oh, Miss Ashley, she says, hello, I'm new in the chat. Hey, Miss Ashley, we love new people. Now, Miss Ashley, please go get your neighbor. Okay? Go get your neighbor. Tell them Joy is real. Hit that subscribe button, baby. I hope all of you are liking the live. Are y'all liking the live? I will love you for life if y'all sharing the live. We all know that if we hit that share button, we will double the amount of people up in here. You know, maybe if one or two people just hit that share button, we'll double the amount of people in here. If all 54 of you hit that share button, I wouldn't know what that would do. That would possibly put Joy in the stratosphere. Who knows? Who knows? And who knows? But thank you, Miss Ashley, for being here. We welcome you to Joy is Real. And this is for you, babe, when I can find it. All right, all right. All right. So when I started this live, and you know what? Did I do right, y'all? Did I do right this morning and put the live on subscribe? Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Okay. I may not have put this live on subscribers mode, y'all. Because y'all know Joy don't be remembering. But we going to do it real quick. But what I was getting ready to say is when I started this live, we had 1,107 subscribers, y'all. 1,107 subscribers. I am outdone, truly outdone. I didn't think that I would be here until about 2 years from now. I really didn't. A lot of folks said to get to 1,000, it takes some time. It takes some time, but I am so grateful. When I say so grateful, okay, we're on subscribers mode now. Yes, we rocking and rolling. We are on subscribers mode now. So what we're going to do is check to see who we might have more than just the one new person. We got two new people. Okay, that's good. We got two new people. All right, so welcome to the two new folk we have in the family, for sure. All right, TMKC says, same as Joy. I even talk to animals too. Yes, me too. Me too. When I was in Mississippi, baby, in that little small town my husband had me in, of 376 people, and half of them probably his family, if not most. All right, baby, when my husband would go to work, I would sit under the porch. That's when I was still smoking cigarettes. So we don't smoke in the house. So I go outside up under the carport every morning. And every morning, a family of deer would come through the field maybe about 100 yards away from the house. And they would stop when they would see me every morning. And I would say, good morning. And some of them would actually nod their head, or at least I was thinking that they was nodding their head. I mean, would stop like clockwork. Every morning I would talk to the rabbits. I would talk to the birds, because wasn't nobody out there but me. You know, when you in a small town, and I mean everything is remote, yeah, you start talking to the animals. It was fun every morning. Every morning. All right, Southern Girl says, my mom talks to everyone. Something that's 10 minutes turns into 20. She starts talking to someone in the line, shaking my head. Yes, that's me. That is definitely me, Southern Girl. Good morning, Miss Joy in chat. Good morning, Miss Brittany. Glad to see you. Miss Ashley, she says she just subscribed. Thank you, Miss Ashley. Dee Brockington, she says shared. Thank you, Miss Dee. I will love you for life, love bug. That is so big. That share button is the magic button. That lets everybody know that you are interested in something and they should probably check it out too. All right. Miss Ashley is Miss Ashley says she shared too. Ooh, how many people are we gonna get? All right. Miss everybody's speaking to one another still. Gwen Knox is here. She says, "Good morning, Miss Joy and Chat. Good morning, Miss Gwen. Nice to see you." Well, I cannot believe that we didn't have not even one person wanted to come up here and talk to Joy this morning about this nasty tail man. I got the shy people, but you know what? I can believe that most of you all are shy. You know why? Because I prayed for like-minded folk. I pray for like-minded folk, and I am shy, okay? I am shy. So next time what we'll do when I open my panel up, maybe we'll reach out to some folk first instead of just saying it's open. We'll have some folk up here already by design, and we'll get a conversation, sparked that way. Hey, Mr. Rooster. Hey, Mr. Rooster. What you doing this morning, Mr. Rooster? Are you at work right now, Mr. Rooster? I still want to hear your lovely voice, Mr. Rooster. Every time you come in here, I'm going to ask that because TMKC, says that your voice is beautiful. And I want to hear it because I have never caught it. Good morning. Good morning. And for the few folk that came in, I would like to greet y'all properly too, even though that we are almost at the end.
I say good morning to you. Morning, morning, good morning. I say good morning to you. Morning, morning, good morning. I say good morning to you.
All right. All right. Dee Dee says she will come up next time. Well, I'm going to hold you to that, Miss Dee Dee, for sure. Because I would love to connect with y'all in that way. I would love to hear y'all's voice. If you're willing to come on camera, I would love to see your face too. To start, making some connections for sure. We're building community over here. Yes, we are. King Rooster says, yes, he's at work. Okay. All right. TMKC, thank you much. Thank you much. Still speaking. Don't you hit subscribe? Don't you hit what? What you mean? Don't you hit subscribe? Huh? I don't get it. Don't you hit subscribe? I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that. Sometimes things go over Joy's head. Be a little bit more clarifying. So Joy can understand. But it's almost been an hour, and since you shy folk don't want to come up and talk about nasty Walter, and I provided, my opinion as much as I wanted to this morning without any help, because I thought it would for sure be some folk that would be able to help me out, but that's okay. That's okay. An hour live is actually a good amount of time to do a live, y'all, especially for the replay viewers. It doesn't, well, what I should say is for the replay viewers, it's easier for them to watch an hour live back than 2 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, 24 hours, them long lives that folks be out here doing. I'm like, woo, Jesus, I don't know how they doing it. I falls asleep after about 2 hours myself. But all right, y'all, we gonna round it out. Deb says, everyone hit the like button. Only 2 likes so far. What? You telling me for a whole hour, we only got 2 likes? What? I don't have ads yet. But wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Now you got me really, really intrigued. No, I see 70, Deb. I was getting ready to fall out my chair. I was finna say, now y'all got me over here working for 2 lights. I seen 70. I see you had me scared, Deb. I was finna hang up on y'all. You know how back in the day that we would hang up the phone real hard. I was finna hang up on y'all. Miss Brittany, she says, I see 57. Okay, okay, okay. Baby, Miss Dab had me scared, Haunty. All right, but thank you all for hitting that like button. Thank you all who shared for sure. Okay, Brittany, my phone tripping. Yeah, you know what happens is from the moment when you join the live, that's probably the count that you see. I think you have to like refresh in some ways to see the updated number. So I definitely understand the mistake. She might, yeah, refresh the page. Uh-huh. The rapper forgets his name. Who is the rapper? But he was the guy who was writing songs for her. Somebody was writing songs for Numbnut. She got songs out here. Lord have mercy. Numbnut got songs. Oh my goodness. See, I told y'all some stuff. Oh, excuse me. That Joy have missed because I just didn't have my ear like that. See, we're gonna have to do an open panel where I get filled in, about certain things because I don't know some things. Oh my goodness, this lady got songs. My phone tripping. They said it's more. No, it's probably just you needed to refresh for sure. All right, y'all. All right, so let's get this outro music on. All right, where is it? Where is it? Where it? Well, I don't never know where it is right away. All right, there we go. All right, all right. Brittany says, yes, Miss Joy. He's the wannabe. Woo, who is it, Brittany? You ain't gave me no name. Who is it? I don't know who it is. Who is the wannabe rapper? I don't know who the wannabe rapper is. And he nasty. Yes, too, and about her. What? Y'all got look, somebody send me a clip. Is it somewhere where I can see some stuff? Somebody send it to my email. I would like to know for sure. Because I would love that particular information. But listen, we finna get up out of here, y'all. I am hoping to I've been in talks more with Mr. Andy about getting this interview done. I tell you, folks in 2025 communicate very sporadic. He'll say some things and then I'll ask him a question and he won't respond for hours. So hopefully we can lock down a date and time. And I told him, I said we can do a soft interview because y'all know that my camera is just not that good. And he says he uses his phone. So we can kind of do a soft interview where I'm on my phone, he's on his phone, and we can kind of get some things done. So yeah, I'm working on that in the background. It's been hard with the communication a little bit, just a little. Oh, I know who Maine is. Oh, yeah, I definitely know who Maine is for sure. For sure, I know who that is. I thought you was talking about somebody new, Jesus. Yeah, I definitely know who Maine is. Yes, indeed. And Maine definitely knows who Joy is. All right. Southern Girl says, yes, Brittany Davis. Yes. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, Maine knows who I am for sure. Okay, y'all. We getting ready to get up out of here. It's been a joy. You guys always make my day. Y'all always make my day for sure. We're still working. We are working. We are working. We are working. All right. I am looking to bring as much of me to this platform as possible, y'all. Okay. I'm gonna be dropping stuff all week. All week. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I definitely know. Yeah, I definitely know. I think that's why he's been so quiet, right? I'm pretty sure that's why he's been so quiet. All right. All right, y'all. So enjoy your night. Y'all know I started at night because I wrote this at night. Enjoy your day. Yes, enjoy your day. I wish I can enjoy mine, but you can't enjoy days here in Vegas because it's too hot to enjoy the day. It'd be too hot to enjoy the night. I just gotta enjoy the house for 100 days, y'all. All right. But y'all can enjoy y'all night if y'all not in the desert, all right? Enjoy every moment that comes your way. You know why? Most of y'all know why. To the new people, Miss Ashley, you may not know why yet, but you gonna know why. Keep coming back. You definitely gonna know why. All right. All right. It's because joy is real, baby. Mwah, 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 mwah. Until next time, see y'all soon.
Baby, I'm a hard mess. Your heart is like a fortress. But baby, I'm still curious about you. Baby, I'm a hard mess. You play me like you're playing chess. Yes, you are oblivious.